Time for the morning rush.
We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. In between storms today, so we're just going to see a good amount of sunshine across the state. Winds will pick up, though. Breezy to windy conditions here in the metro. Winds about 10 to 20 out of the northwest. They'll be stronger over the northeastern plains, but we're not going to be looking at any cold temperatures this afternoon. Everybody above average, widespread 50s, 60s, and 70s. David?
The trial for the man accused of killing his girlfriend in a motel is scheduled to start today. Mark Chavez is charged with the 2014 killing of Tammy Cessna inside the Moriarty Super 8 motel. Her body was later discovered in her van. Now, the trial was delayed at least 4 times last year. In a different case last month, Chavez was convicted of a 2006 rape and kidnapping after being linked to it through DNA. He's facing a mandatory 18 years in prison for that case. Adam?
The funeral for a man who died in a motorcycle crash a week ago is expected to happen on Friday. Police hope that a group of bikers, though, don't try to pull the same stunt they did during a memorial for a fellow rider. Cell phone video shows hundreds at the intersection of Eubank and Snow Heights on Thursday, the location where Brandon Gray was killed last week. Police say stunts like this are illegal, dangerous, and potentially deadly.
Not everyone will celebrate on this President's Day. Some saying they plan on protesting major cities against the president's policies, calling it Not My President's Day. Many took part in demonstrations over the weekend in defense of immigrants, Muslims, and members of the LGBTQ community. We'll have much more on the president's agenda later on this week, coming up in the 5 Facts. The stock market, banks, and schools are closed in observance of the federal holiday.
Little Tortoise is off the market this morning in the care of a pet shop owner after he was stolen and returned twice. After the second attempt, the owner of Desert Reef and Exotics on Eubank says he decided to check the surveillance video, and there he caught the thief trying to break into the cage and then using a child to keep watch as he peeks around the corner. The owner says he'll probably just keep the tortoise from now on.
On to news happening tonight. Rio Rancho Board of Education will be holding a special meeting to discuss the budget crisis there. This comes a week after the superintendent sent out a letter blasting lawmakers over budget cuts. In the letter, she points to $3.8 million she says her district has had to cut this year. Tonight's meeting will take place at 5:30 at the District Training Center on Laser Road.
Today is the first public hearing for a proposed soda tax in Santa Fe. Mayor Javier Gonzalez wants to add a 2-cent per ounce tax to help pay for preschoolers. People are invited to share their thoughts and concerns. The meeting is set for 5 this evening at City Hall.
Some much-needed supplies are on their way to the International Space Station this morning after a historic launch yesterday of SpaceX rocket from the Kennedy Space Center. Shortly after the launch, a space capsule separated from the rocket, allowing the rocket to come back down to the ground and make a successful landing. Meanwhile, the capsule that's carrying more than 2 tons of supplies is expected to arrive at the space station early Wednesday.
U.S. Vice President Mike Pence is in Brussels today, set to meet with European Union and NATO officials. He's hoping to reassure European allies who are concerned about the direction of U.S. foreign policy under the president. Pence spoke at the Munich Security Conference over the weekend and said the U.S. supports NATO and stands with Europe. Kristen?
And people in Northern California are bracing for another major storm expected to bring flooding, mudslides, and heavy snow to the region. This latest system comes on the heels of a deadly storm that hit Southern California on Friday. Severe weather is also possible today across Texas and parts of Louisiana. Bringing you closer to home, Metro Threat Index only at a 2. No severe threat for us here in New Mexico. The only thing we'll be watching for are the chilly temperatures that we have out there now and the breezy conditions we have on tap this afternoon. Those winds about 10 to 20 out of the northwest. Forecast highs in the 60s. Adam?
Fiat Chrysler is preparing to lay off thousands of workers temporarily. The company plans to spend $700 million to retool one of its plants in Ohio. The automaker needs time to prepare for the next generation of the Jeep Wrangler, it says. 3,200 workers will be out for 6 months, but they'll be called back. Fiat Chrysler also plans to add 700 more jobs.
This morning, some athletes who recently competed in Albuquerque are getting ready for the World Masters Championships in track and field. It's part of the 2017 USA Track and Field Masters, where more than 600 athletes competed at the convention center. They're some of the best older athletes in the country, ranging in ages from mid-30s to mid-90s. Next month, the World Masters Championships will be in South Korea.
And researchers in St. Louis say developers, have successfully designed a vaccine that protects lab mice against the Zika virus. A single low dose of the vaccine shielded mice exposed to Zika 5 months after the shot. Zika erupted on a large scale in mid-2015, infecting more than 1.5 million people, mostly in Brazil and other countries in South America. The next step is tests on people.
Time now for a look at your Monday morning commute. Today is President's Day, so many of us taking the day off. Flow should be lighter in general, but right now, no major incidents to slow you down. I-25 and I-40 moving smoothly.
The jackpot keeps on growing this morning for the Powerball lottery. No one won Saturday's multi-state drawing, so the top prize for Wednesday night's Powerball is $403 million. The person or persons who win the jackpot can choose to take their winnings either in a lump sum, cash payment, or to be paid out over 29 years. The lump sum payment after taxes is nearly $244 million.
Wow. Raccoon's incredible stunt is getting a lot of attention this morning. Check out that guy at the back of the garbage truck in Washington, D.C. A reporter spotted a raccoon holding on, then alerted the truck driver. When police arrived, the animal had crawled into the truck container.
No.
So then you can see photos here show the truck driver on top, getting the raccoon out with a pole. He was then released into a nearby park where he is free this morning.
He looks so cute.
Which is probably what he wanted.
Kind of terrifying.
He didn't want
Yeah.
to walk to that other park, so why not ride?
Well, they call them trash pandas, so it's very fitting that he's on a trash
Yeah.
truck. He looks so cute.
He is so cute, isn't he? He's like, what? What are you staring at?
All right, time now for the 5 facts.
We start with number 5. This week, some local students will be back to crunching the numbers as part of a unique program at a New Mexico high school. Students at Los Lunas High, some as young as 14, are filing taxes for hundreds of residents in Los Lunas for free after school. You must qualify for the tax help. For more details, go to our website, KRQE.com.
Number 4, the City Council will soon discuss a plan to make it easier to follow the money in local elections. Councilors Isaac Benton and Don Harris want to require anybody running for mayor or city council to produce quarterly reports detailing all of their campaign contributions and expenditures. Right now, sitting mayors and city councilors have to provide those reports, but candidates do not.
At number 3, warm and sunny this afternoon with temps in the 60s. Still breezy to windy, especially over the northeast, but temperatures climbing closer to 70 by Wednesday.
On to number 2 now. An APS board member is heading to the legislature today, calling for lawmakers to prioritize education as they prepare a budget for the upcoming year. Lorenzo Garcia says APS is facing a $34 million shortfall, a combination of state budget cuts and other losses. Garcia says he has some suggestions for freeing up funds, like reducing tax cuts for people making more than $250,000 per year, or raising prices on oil and gas.
And number 1, as we reported earlier, thousands of people expected to rally in cities across the country today, calling their protests "Not My President's Day" in opposition to President Trump's policies. Today, he is marking 1 month in office, and this week, the president is expected to hire a new national security advisor and unveil a revised immigration and travel ban. The Associated Press reports that administration officials say a draft of the new order focuses on people from the same 7 mostly Muslim countries, which were included in the original order.